is going on, everybody? Day job. They also have come out to renew their vows, dressed in their cosplay. So that was actually really, really awesome to watch. And I implore you, even though the beginning and the end have me in the whole visage of it, to go ahead and check that video out, because it's really cool to watch two people who love each other go ahead and renew their vows. And you know, as nerds, dorks, geeks, whatever you want to call them, it's really awesome to see some cosplayers that actually take their craft seriously and allow themselves to be put in a situation like that. It's even overseen by a Commissioner Gordon, so that made it pretty awesome. So today was pretty cool. I'm on my drive home now, so I'm keeping my eyes on the road and not on the video, so hopefully everything goes smoothly with this. It's pretty cool. Got to sit with the Catalyst Studios or Catalyst Comics guys, Aaron Dowan and Matt Sotelo, and got to have a nice sit-down conversation with Chris Kemple, another local artist, as well as Rob Rediano of Junior High Horrors fame, or soon-to-be fame, hopefully. So all of us were sitting there having a good time. You know, we were checking out some of the comics. We all went out to dinner afterwards, or at least most of us did. It's pretty cool. You know, Bill and Tiff out there at Arkham Comics in Rocky Mountain, Wilson, are just awesome hosts, and love taking care of the people that come out for their events. So all that said and done, you know, we were working out some deals and some ideas of things to do for Junior High Horrors. We were working on some stuff for you know, possible future projects. You know, I've constantly talked about the wanting to do a horror anthology, and we're really trying to keep it as a local North Carolina thing, that we may talk to Keen Spot or another publisher about actually publishing it. But, you know, the idea has always been that, you know, we're a hotbed for creative talent here in North Carolina. So to get all of us involved, doing, you know, an 8-page story or something each or something, and seeing where that goes. So the Catalyst guys were actually pretty interested in the whole idea. You know, nothing signed on paper, nothing official, nothing like that. But let's just say that, you know, I've already given a name for it, and have a couple other people involved that actually really like the idea and want to see what we can possibly get going with it. So we may see where that goes. Also talk to some people about, you know, maybe bringing their talents over to Keen Spot, you know, my publisher. You know, some really cool stuff. Got to meet some cool people. Got to pick up some comic books. You know, I made sure that I picked up the Jim Lee cover of Batman number 50. Obviously, being one of my favorite artists, and having what they call a virgin cover for that book was one of the things that really appealed to me, because it doesn't have all of the logos and everything all over it. So it's pretty cool. Also picked up Captain America number 1. Another artist, Lionel Francis Yu, is the artist on that book, so I'm interested to see what he's done with his style over time. And the cover for that one was by Alex Ross, so that was also pretty awesome. Get ready to sneeze. All right, let's hope that's the last of that. Yeah, so some pretty cool stuff happening. You know, it looks like we might be introducing or announcing something else to go with Junior High Horrors here shortly. I already mentioned that on my Facebook page that I am now done the 2nd issue script, midway through the 3rd issue already, and we're trying to see about you know, maybe bringing some other talent on board in terms of covers and, you know, all that fun stuff for, you know, trying to get more interest in it and trying to get people to actually you know, help out the local talent if that's ever a possibility. So I'm trying to do everything I can there too. Yeah, so not much else going on. Like I said, I've got about an hour drive home from there, so I still urge everybody to take a look at the wedding video. Even though I'm pretty short, I was able to reach my long arms up high enough to try to get all of the stuff in film or on camera. Yeah, so that was cool. So tomorrow, those that know me know that I like to play Pokemon Go, and tomorrow they're going to have another one of their community days. This time I believe it's Squirtle that you'll be able to actually collect in mass and abundance. And Squirtle was actually my first buddy in the game, so I totally look forward to going out and trying to find some Squirtles so that I can, hopefully get a shiny. Or apparently they're also going to have where if you hatch 2K eggs, you have a chance to catch a Squirtle with sunglasses on. I think that's tomorrow. So I'm pretty interested in that as well. Yeah. So not much else going on. I've like I said, with the junior IRs, I've got half of the third issue pretty much written. I think people that like a little bit more mainstream horror or new age horror type stuff may actually find that book pretty funny. Not really going to go into what it's about yet, but it's definitely a little bit newer age than some of the stuff that was all the joking matter in the first issues. So there is that. We introduced some new characters in it, gym teacher and some other ones, so that ought to be pretty fun too. Other than that, we got, 10 days until Billy Parker and I fly out to San Diego ComicCon. We just announced that we will have 2 9-foot tall by 4.5-foot wide banners. One for Immortal, because the Immortal trade paperback number 1 with an Ethan Van Sciver cover will be available at the show. I believe it's going to be $15. And then we will also have a Junior High Horrors banner. So that one will also be a 9-foot tall by 4.5-foot wide banner. And that one is because I guess I can announce that we are going to have a preview book. If I didn't already announce that, I can't remember. I think I did, but we're going to have a 12-page preview book there. Pretty cheap. We're doing it old ash can style, where you get to see kind of what the book is going to be about. You kind of get some feels for the book, and we've got some biography pages at the back of it, so that you can actually kind of see what we're doing and where we're going based on who the characters are and what they're all about. So those bio pages, by the way, were done up by one Billy Parker. The writing on the character ones was mostly done by me, except underneath the photographs, all the fun stuff was written by Billy. So he's definitely having a fun time working on this. So that'll be pretty cool. It's gonna have the same cover as the A version of the covers for Junior High Horrors number 1, except it's gonna have like an ink or paint splat in red in the bottom right corner that says Con Exclusive, so it's for the conventions. And like I said, it's also going to be a smaller sized issue, but it's also going to be relatively cheap. And the reason why was because last year, when I went out to San Diego, we tried to do a special edition San Diego Comic-Con exclusive $10 book, and it sold fine, but we want to get more people to pick up this Junior High Horrors preview. So we're making sure that we're doing everything we can to make it affordable enough for anybody to pick it up, and kind of get an idea of what the book's going to be about, so that way they can go to their local comic shop before the 26th and place an order down on it. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm really excited about the banners because if anybody out there had actually gone and seen our San Diego Comic-Con space last year, we had four 10 by or 7 by 10 long cloth banners that were all put together like so that there was a box, so that there was a little like living space on the inside to keep people that might have needed a minute to themselves or to grab a bite to eat or whatever. And this year with the with the banners being the 9 foot by 4 foot, it almost sounds like I may by my little carved out area of Keen Spot may actually be one whole side of the booth, which is pretty awesome. Don't know for certain yet. Won't know the layout until Chris Crosby sends it to me. But if you go on my Twitter @Podcheck, you can actually check out the layout of the banners, and I love it. I think they look great. We've got, like I said, because Immortal #1 or Volume 1 is going to have the Ethan Van Sciver cover on it, colored by my great friend Chris Edge. That one is going to be one of the banners, and down near the bottom of it, you actually have some of the really cool like artwork from the other covers that were available over the 4-issue span. And then, of course, the Junior High Horrors one not only has like the first cover from Junior High Horrors on it, but Billy also went ahead and did these really cool little photographs out there for their for each of the characters. Sorry, spaced out for a second there. I'm trying to keep my eye on the road, like I said. So yeah, it's going to be really awesome. I hope anybody who watches this that is going to be in San Diego will come by. It's going to be booth 2635, and I've said it multiple times in social media, but I will say it again. It is literally directly between Marvel and Image, and then on one side you also have Top Cow next to us. So if there was a spot to be at San Diego Comic-Con, that is the hotbed for the comic book universe. So I guess the only thing we could ask for differently would be to be somewhere near DC, and I think that they're right after you get past one of those other two. So we are legitimately right in the thick of things. It's going to be a blast. I am going to try to make sure that I do some of these YouTube streams directly from the convention. I will make sure I post it on social media as well, so anybody that is following can actually go ahead and take a look at us while we're sitting at the booth. It's going to be pretty wild. So, all right. So, anyways, I think I am going to call it on this. I'm going to make sure that I'm driving safely the rest of the way home. Wanted to thank Bill and Tiff one more time for having me out today. Thought it was great. Had a blast. The little Mexican restaurant was, the food was delicious. So, yeah, good looking out. And I'll catch everybody on the flip side. You can always follow me on Twitter @Podcheck. You can follow me on Instagram @RobPodcheck. You can also follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/RobPodcheck. And with that, I am out of here, folks.